IVM.
Going for parties is just so frustrating these days. I mean, your mom will make it a point to come and tell you how her friend's son has secured a house for her, and your wife will also find out that her sister's husband is taking her on a foreign holiday. While you're wondering why you're the only one who doesn't have a plan for the damn future. That's why I never sleep well during the festive time. Unless www.hdfclife.com. Select. Done. You know what? I think I'll sleep rather well after all. Live calm. With HDFC Life, click to protect life. The Income Plus option offers life cover and steady income stream, so you're always ready for any expenses that life throws at you. Basically, this plan lets you plan your expenses like you plan your vacations. It's that simple. Visit hdfclife.com to know more and for terms and conditions.
How many of you all saw the title of this episode and had a bit of anxiety? What is she talking about? What do you mean love is not the answer? I mean, it's the answer to solving all the problems of the world. Everything can change if there's only love. Well, I'm talking about love not being the answer in a very, very specific perspective. If you fall in love, if you are in a relationship, when you get married, all your problems will not magically disappear. Yes, they will not disappear. You will have something that is adding some joy to your life, and there will be an experience and a sense of, okay, something's working out in my life. But a lot of the other obstacles, the journey, the failures, the learning curves, all of those will still be there. You will have to still go through all of that. So no, just because you are in a relationship now and just because you are getting married or you are finally married, it's not the end of all your problems. So please stop treating a relationship and love as a mission, because it is anything but that. Hi, I'm Chetna, your favorite positive action coach, and this is Say No to Drama. Am I giving you a sermon right now about how there are more things in life than a relationship? Well, actually, not really. That's not what I'm trying to do. And I also know that in your life, with your mums especially, whether you're a boy or a girl, if you are on the other side of 25, then according to your parents, love, relationship, and marriage is the answer to all your unhappiness, your restlessness, your anxiousness. And I mean, it is what life is about. There are only two things that we are told that life should be about: marriage, a family, and work. That's it. Everything else is a waste of time. Well, I'm not going to be talking about work in this one, but I'm definitely telling you this. If you are single and your parents are nagging you to get married or to be in a relationship, that's not the end of the road for them. When you do find somebody, they will nag you to get married really quickly. When you do get married, they will nag you to have a child. When you have your first child, they will nag you to have another child. Why? Because they have lived a linear life and their belief system says that this is how it should be. However, they raised us differently and they raised us in a very different world. The world changed by the time we grew up. So, if you are out there finding a relationship, looking for love, wanting to get married, wanting to settle down, wanting to have a child, go right ahead and do it. But don't hold false notions, and don't do it because you want to please your parents. Don't do it because you want to be the responsible child. You getting married and you having a child is not a responsibility. You having a career and paying the bills and taking care of them, especially in their old age, that is a responsibility. That comes from a sense of duty. Do not get married or have children because of a sense of duty towards them. That is not something you owe your parents, no matter what they tell you. That is something that you do because you want to experience it, because it's a journey and a part of your life that you want to, an adventure of your life, so to say, actually, because that is an experience and an adventure that you want to go on. Your parents had their children. You don't necessarily need to have children. And you don't need to find love in your 20s or in your 30s. Find it in your 50s if that's what you want. The only reason you are chasing it, this badly. And I'm saying the only reason for those who don't really want it as badly right now and it's not the most important thing for them. Well, if you are that person, then the only reason you are chasing it with this sense of desperation is because you want to please your parents, you want to be the good child, you want to be accepted, you want to fit in. Do you know how many times I have heard, all my friends are getting married, I also need to find somebody, I'll be the only one left? Have you been also told that by your relatives? Have you been told by your parents that if you don't find somebody now, then all the good partners will be taken and you'll be left with, I don't know, not so good partners? Possibly pointing fingers towards somebody being divorced or somebody having lost a spouse and now looking to get remarried? Conditioning can be very convoluted and it isn't always right. Think about why you are seeking love. Think about what do you want to experience in a relationship. Think about what kind of life you want to live with your partner, and then make your choices and your decisions. Love is not a mission. Getting married and having children is not a mission. It's a journey, it's a choice, it's an adventure that lasts a lifetime. It's a process. And the one thing you don't want to do is to put yourself in a desperate zone because you want to be your mummy's good child, because you want to fit in and be accepted. If you are being sidelined or if you are being pulled out in a crowd because you are single, then stand tall in everything else that you are doing with your life and how full your life experiences are and how you are making the most of the time that you have right now. Counter it by standing tall on top of all your tiny successes and your big victories. If you want to listen to the previous episodes, and there are a lot of them, and many that can help you not people please and not struggle to fit in, you need to log on to the IVM Podcast website or download the IVM Podcast app. Also, you can connect with us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handle is IVM Podcast. And if you would like to talk to me to help you snap out of this desperate feeling that you have to find a relationship and to seek love, then DM me on Instagram to book a session. My handle is Positivity Angel.
Hi, I'm Rohan Joshi, and on my podcast, the show about crypto, I've been having some pretty cool conversations with industry experts about what exactly cryptocurrency is and what makes it so exciting. If you haven't already, please check it out on the IVM Podcasts Network. Now, a quick shout out to my fellow crypto heads. We've got a listener survey going on, which will take not more than 10 minutes of your time to fill out. So please check the link in the description and help me out by filling it up. Don't forget to tune into a show about crypto on the IVM app and wherever you get your podcasts from.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Advertising is Dead, Varun talks to Hitesh Dhingra, founder of The Man Company. They take a look at how the male grooming industry has evolved. On The Longest Constitution, Priya explores the states of women's rights with respect to their bodies, contraception, and abortion. On Audio Gyan, Kedar meets user researcher Dharmesh Ba. They talk about the significance that research and insight bring to an organization. On the Musafir Stories, it's all about Hyderabad. Saif and Faiza talk to Yunus Lasania, curator of the Hyderabad History Project and the Beyond Charminar podcast. And on IVM Live, Santriksha and Zalak are joined by the hosts of Big Talk About Tiny Humans, Devi Shobha and Dr. Meghna. They rate Bollywood parent characters in a fun game. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. The word of mouth really helps. Also, don't forget to rate us on whatever platform you're listening to us and check us out on YouTube. You can check a list of all our channels at ivmpodcast.com/YouTube. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Bank of Baroda and HDFC Life Insurance. Thank you so much for making this possible.